As much as I tried not to remember the devastation that was the last episode of Steins, well, I'm gonna have to plunge right back in and, well, Ocarina isn't really gonna let things go, is he? We had some very intense moments, and now it's up to him to see if, well, he can seem to defeat fate at its own game. This is rough. Let's go. Ah yes, the train. What happened there? Not sure how I feel about the blood rain. You couldn't change anything. Yeah, you might need more time. Is there symbolism there that I'm not? Was out to set this. Why is there a Jelmary? What happens if he's not with her, if he's just away? Oh, Christ, hello. She's saying, oh, Mari was the one that was killed, even though it's her hands, so surely she had some choice in the matter, but if it wasn't her, another way would have happened. But her informing that, oh, it was Mari that died, does that mean that when the report goes through and it's something else that happens? And who is needing the information anyway? No, this is partly my fault for having a schedule like I have. Because there are small things that are mentioned that I might be able to pick up on, but due to the time in between each episode, they drift out of my memory. But this... Is Ocarina the only one to experience this memory leap phenomenon? What happens if, like, one of the others send their memory back and then Ocarina sends his, and like that? Can they all go back to the same? You have more important things, Daru. The amount of distress that he's gone through recently. Oh, it was a tap dripping. Okay, I thought it was just a very, very slow clock. He's trying to shoulder this all on himself. Just go straight to the origin of this event. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. More information is always good instead of just running. But he does have to be the one to not get injured or anything. Okay. So the events haven't happened. Free. Okay. Fair enough, yeah. There are various organisations that don't want things to be public. So what, they wanted sole ownership on time. Damn it, Zuckerberg! Stay aware of your surroundings. Surely people can't sneak up on you that easily. No, but so they called in the bomb threats. Yeah, it makes sense. Did I already know that? No. No. So now, rather than being present, he's on the outside, having just to witness it. I mean, why are they all wearing these Hawaiian floral shirts? Is that part of the organisation? Yeah, you never really expect things to get this drastic or involved. Sure, it's not much he can do without unbinding his hands. Oh, there he goes. Too late once again. And they just let him run through that situation without trying to intervene. Fair enough. Granted that the TV shots part time already took out all the henchmen, but still. Well, yeah, you decided against it, but it was a forced event. How many times has he cancelled the party now? Hopefully it's under 3 figures, but... Yeah, he would have already known that. The lip sync there was a bit off, but yeah, he's fallen into despair. Is it? Yeah, maybe. Very observant. You. Well, it's good that he's actually venting slightly and getting help. Yep. In certain respects, it depends on how many attempts he's gone through. Yeah, you're quite running out of time. Can't you just time leap now? Get some more thinking time. Give him a bit of self-confidence in this kind of time. Fair enough. Definitely come away from a long way since that pizza doesn't look cooked, but from when they first met. Just while they're having let them have their party, and you focus on this. Not a bad idea. Yeah, hopefully it's going to be that convenient. I don't know what. Uh, she wants a fork. Okay, that's not something that she would have told anyone. So yeah, him knowing that might lend credence to the whole. Mm-hmm. I wonder what I would think, or what it would take to convince me that someone has travelled from the future. Of course, it would have to be something that would be impossible to learn via the internet or any other information gathering. Fair enough. So he needs the time leap to be completed in case he needs to use it again, so he can't do anything to alter that. But that kind of came out of nowhere. How far back would he have to go to alter what the FB have planned? If it was only those 3 reasons, then I mean, they're working on Time Machine. It's going to happen eventually that you have this kind of conversation, but tell her about the fork. Yeah, it's not going to really help your situation, though, is it? Screw you, future me. Always getting in your own way, I see. Overhearing that conversation, I see. Yes. Well, it's something that he probably can't do by himself, though. Hmm. Cause and effect, okay. It depends on how things are intrinsically linked, though, doesn't it? I mean, if the timelines change, and this time machine is a cause of these changes, then all he has to do is cause such a significant shift. Yeah, I don't like the idea of that kind of thinking. It's the whole point of when you get into the conversation of free will. If fate exists, then what's the point of free will? If things are bound to happen. So overhearing their conversation, you've now got something to interject. Oh, what are they called? The Nixie tubes. I kind of wanted a wristwatch where it told you the time using those. Hmm. Okay, a lot of metaphor and simile here. Okay, but even though they're all different world lines, I guess, they all head to the same destination. Is that what you're saying there? Yes. Right, okay. So infinite possibilities doesn't mean you can get to anything straight away, because it has to be a significant shift. I don't know why they're impressed over just someone climbing a rope, but... Oh, that's what you were doing. You weren't just climbing a rope. For the sake of it. Okay. So big events in history. I mean, I would like it if we actually had some clue over this in actual reality. Isn't this the building that they were doing the talks in the first episode? And therefore, that's not a satellite. I mean, there was, yeah. Hold up. John Titor there, is that just a name given to someone who has travelled in time? It's like a James Bond or 007. It's not the actual name. It's just the kind of designation given for someone that's travelled through time is a John Titor. Or is this John Titor a pseudonym that she personally uses? Very nice that we finally got some information about what it would take to actually halt the events on Mayuri. It does also mean that it is currently out of reach. And this time machine, is it active? Can they use it? And what potential hazards are there? My head. You see, what we need to know at the minute is the whole deal behind CERN and this FB. Is because, well, Moriko is fervently doing everything for FB. Is FB an organization? Is FB a person? Is FB their initials? I don't know anyone in this show with the initials of FB. Then again, I can't really remember everyone's name. All I know is one of them is Ferris, and I don't know what her surname is. So I don't really want to think that she's involved in this whole killing aspect. I'm going to still go with Facebook until I get a little bit more. And so the part-timer is confirmed time traveller. Here's the thing, this percentage divergence number, is that just a number to represent, what it would take to cross the wild lines, or can it also be used as a way of identifying each wild line that you're currently in? Like if the world where I can't remember the name, but the ambiguous gender character was male, is that divergence number going to be the same number as when they're female, or is it shifted as well, but only with a tiny amount? If there's one thing I've learned, it's to be very wary of anyone wearing full-clad latex and people in Hawaiian shirts. I think that's a good takeaway. But seriously, if there's time travel is a thing, people know about this, and there are people who are, let's say, looking into it and developing their own tech, and are on the outside and not knowing that there's these large shadowy organizations wanting sole proprietary over time travel, and there being potentially lethal consequences. You might want to dissuade them going down that route, unless you had some vested interest. What does the part-timer have to gain from all of this? Unless there are some acquaintances from the future. She's actually his daughter, that kind of thing. But that also puts into it, how far in the future does Chris turn traitor and go to CERN? So many questions, so little time. If you have enjoyed, please let me know. Liking the video and commenting down below is a great way to tell the algorithm and make me a tiny bit more popular. And of course, if you don't want to miss anything, subscribing to the channel is a brilliant way of doing that. And if you are watching on YouTube, then the notification bell to make sure you're informed as soon as it goes live. But I really don't think there is going to be anything that really convinces me that time travel is possible, unless I myself come up to myself, but then paradox. I don't think I'd even believe myself. I'd be probably more. It would be more likely that I'm just having a fully blown hallucination than believing anything else. I mean, what's more likely, that the entirety of physics as I know it has shifted just for me in this second, or I'm just wrong? Still, this is something big is going to come up, and, well, within all the information we have gained, it has very quickly shifted gears in the last few episodes. I wonder how long it's going to keep this up for. Hopefully you'll be there to join along with me, and as such you probably want to get some rest. I would recommend it. See you in the next one.